matchup on tap here between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Fields passing on the first play from scrimmage. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Fields. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Still a few inches short of the 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's got some space here. That one good for 33 and a 1st. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A third down pickup of 5. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Here we go on fourth down. Fields.
That's to his running back, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed. As he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
Okay, break.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
The Giants still looking for that first win. 0-6 to start the year. And really, it's just sort of been one thing after another, Charles.
It certainly has, and they're one of those teams that while all teams talk about starting fast, that's like, topic one, this team never has. That's been an issue for them all season long, and because of that, they've never been able to catch up during games.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Looking to throw. Parrish.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Fields.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that's because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down and 8. Play action. It's Fields.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Open man Lamb, it's complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And the Cowboy 1st down.
7-7, our score after 1.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he's got room. Touchdown, Cowboys. J.K. Dobbins with career touchdown number 70. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And a loose football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come 19, come 19. 18, Pioneer. Panther 11, Panther 11.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Viking, 18. 79 Broncos. Ready.
Throwing again. Parrish. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Cowboys are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete. And some room to roam now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 27. Now Fields. Left side to Lamb. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb, 27 yards. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-7.
York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Cougar 19, Warriors 70.
To throw on second down, Parrish. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
To try again after the sack. Fields. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to get it back here just past the 35.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 22.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Ready up. Timberwolves. 60 Bobcats. Ready?
On 1st and 10, Parrish. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 42 yards. And the Giants have cut it back within a score. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Fields on first down. Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
He will go out right near the 35-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
At the Giants' 35-yard line.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Fields on third down.
This one into the hands of Burton.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
One play action. Fields.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And he'll go right back to Lamb.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Again, Fields.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to a backup.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. A play fake, now Fields to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. The York on now for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Final shot before break. Parrish. And that is incomplete. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the 2nd half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! Ready?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Parrish. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And the Giants send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
On 1st down, Fields. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. To throw on 2nd down. Parrish throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Parrish slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
And now off to the races down the right side. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
To throw is Fields.
This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Dobbins is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Cade York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
5 yards remain on second down.
18, 5 in.
They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Off play action, Fields. Batted by the safety, but caught anyway. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
All right, you and I both know that was a lucky play, but you got to give him credit. Going up on the tip and catching that one.
Stayed with it, made his own luck, didn't he?
And he used his size there. Had a defensive back mentality to go up and get the ball on the tip, but used his size. I mean, tight ends going up and getting it, sometimes they can knock people out of the way and finish the play.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Tyler. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Fields. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. York able to send this one through. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Off play action. Parrish. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed a push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 10, Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Able to hit his target, Lamb. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing again is Fields.
to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Fields now to throw.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. York now for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Cowboys 45, Giants 14. York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The Giants take over 1st down 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
They begin with a run by Barkley, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, Well, their defense has really struggled.
A good first down call as the screenplay gets them 9.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Mustang 19.
Looking to throw on second down. Parrish. And now here is another interception.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Play action. It's Fields. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
2nd down and goal. Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw on 2nd down. Parrish. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
And they'll accept that penalty.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack.
Fields, he'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Back to throw. Fields.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Fields on first down.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And my goodness, another interception.
It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
One play action, Fields.
He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Terry McLaurin,
and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper. They call me Big Dog, riding with the hill.